I dropped one clip of me playing Banana Guard and I started getting all the comments in the world about how this character has no sauce and he's lame. But I completely disagree, and I have a feeling that I disagree with a lot of people on a lot of characters. So today we're going to be making a tier list based on how much sauce each character has, and in other words, I'm giving you guys my opinion on which characters I think are hype in this game and which ones are lame. And hey, I might get some of these wrong, I might put somebody in the lamest category and you might comment, hey, this is my main and I'm actually pretty sick with the characters, so if that's the case, just let me know. The game is still in its pretty early stages here, so I'm sure there's some characters that have some sauce that, I just haven't seen cool clips for, but in general, I'm giving you guys my opinion on which characters I think are the hypest and which ones are the lamest. Alright, so we're starting off, we do have 5 different tiers. We have they got the sauce, we've got sick, kinda cool, meh, and boring or lame. And I guess to keep things simple, we're gonna go ahead and just go in alphabetical order as it is listed here. So we're gonna start off with Arya. Now, Arya is a character that I feel like I have not seen a lot at all online, but I remember this character from the beta, and this character has so many different combos. This is one of the faster characters in the game, even though the game is kind of slow now. This is one of the faster characters in the game. Heavy combo game. I've kind of compared her to Sheik and Smash in the sense that you have all these crazy combo strings. And so because of that, I'm gonna go ahead and put Arya in sick. I just feel like I haven't seen a lot of Arya, so we couldn't potentially move Arya up a little bit more, but for right now, I think she belongs in sick. Next up is the controversial Banana Guard, and pretty much everything I've been seeing online is people hating on this character. They say he's so broken, he takes no skill, he's just so easy to play, which, I mean, you're not really wrong, but I still think he's kind of hype. I'm somebody that has always wanted to see Bandana Waddle Dee in Smash, and like I said before, this is the closest we're going to see to it probably. We're getting a generic character with a spear and MultiVersus before Smash. That's kind of crazy, but I really enjoy the character. I think he's a lot of fun. He does have some sick combos, actually. I really think he kind of does. But I can also respect the fact that a lot of people don't really like him. They think that he's kind of boring, you just spam with him or whatever. So I think he belongs in kind of cool, right? I personally would, would probably move him up a little bit more, but I gotta respect, the public as well a little bit here, so I think kinda cool is a good place for Banana Guard. Batman is another character that I feel like I haven't seen a whole lot of. I've been playing a lot, but I feel like I keep seeing the same characters, but I have had a chance to play against a couple of pretty good Batman, and overall I would say he belongs in sick. He does have some cool stuff, right? He's got grappling hook, he's got his batarang. He's got just kind of a lot of up close combos. I feel like when I run into Batman players, they just kind of zone and spam dodge to where they have no meter. But when you watch a really good Batman player, you'll see that this character is actually really sick. Now, Black Adam is a character that I kind of hate on sometimes, just because I'm kind of who is this character? You know what I mean? It really felt like they released him just to promote the movie, and then we've never heard of Black Adam ever again since then, and now he's kind of just stuck in the game. I will say his moveset's kind of cool, but overall the character doesn't really interest me that much. But I will say his moveset carries him, right? So from a character standpoint, I don't really care for him too much, but his moveset is pretty sick, I would say. So I think he belongs right there and kind of cool. I would definitely have Banana Guard ahead of him, but I can respect the moveset. Now here's gonna be one of my controversial picks. I think Bugs is a character that I'm kind of tired of seeing, not gonna lie. I'm gonna throw him into meh. He does have his moveset, it's interesting for sure. It's very unique. But I just feel like I've seen it all, you know what I mean? I feel like when I watch Bugs, it's the exact same Bugs that I've been seeing for since the game has released, right? Same combos, it's the same setups, it's just not a character that interests me that much anymore. I think at first, I thought he was pretty cool, but over time, he's kind of just fallen away from me. Not really my kind of character anymore. And so I think meh is a good place for him. Next up, we have Finn, and I'm gonna be honest, kind of a similar situation with Bugs, but I'm gonna put him. This might sound crazy, but I'm gonna throw him in boring. I just think. I'm gonna be honest, I like a lot of the other sword characters more. I feel like Finn, his moveset just doesn't appeal to me that much. They kind of changed it a little bit too. They got rid of his gem. He just feels a little bit slow sometimes. I mean, yes, everybody kind of feels slow. I don't know. I like a lot of the other sword characters more, and I just feel like when I play against Finn, it's the same thing every single time. Again, kind of similar thing to Bugs. And you could say the same thing about Banana Guard. I already know you're going to the comments right now saying the same thing about Banana Guard, but I'm telling you, there's something about Banana Guard. He's way cooler than him. You know what I'm saying? I think it's the fact that the character itself is just so stupid that it just kind of makes it cool, So I would maybe consider moving Finn up here, but for now we're gonna throw him in boring. Garnet is another character that you don't see too often, but I have had a chance to play some good ones. I'm gonna throw her into meh as well. Her moveset's just kind of strange. I don't really know how to describe her moveset to somebody that hasn't seen it before. It's kind of strange to me. Like, you just kind of like fly around, I feel like, and just like try to catch your opponent sleeping, I guess, and kind of like drag them to where you have your thing and like, you know, hit them. It's just not a character that really appeals to me too much. I don't think she's that hype. I mean, she's got the rocket arms, which are kind of cool. You know, you can do some cool stuff with that, but overall, not really that cool of a character to me. Now, Gizmo's a character that I actually played a lot of in the beta. This was definitely probably my second most played character, I would say. I haven't really played him too much since the game actually launched, though. And overall, I mean, I gotta admit it, even though I do play the character, I'm gonna throw him in meh. He's got some cool stuff, you know. I'm a big fan of like arrows and stuff like that, so I think that's, you know, really cool overall. But overall, his moveset's just, it's all right, you know what I mean? They kind of changed him up a little bit too, like popcorn, you can only have one out at a time, which kind of changes the way he plays a little bit. I feel like he's like a cool doubles character, but in singles, he's just kind of like, eh. So we'll kind of throw him there for now. Harley Quinn, I have to admit it, even though I don't play this character and I hate playing against her, I mean, her moveset's pretty sick. Like, you can get comboed for days, honestly. You can really get comboed for days against this character. She's got a lot of cool setups. She's got all her traps around the map. She's got all kinds of crazy things. And you know, actually, I'm just gonna throw her in the top tier. Honestly, I'm gonna throw her up there. I think she has some crazy setups. Even though, like, you know, I feel like I've played against this character a lot, I feel like I still get caught off guard by her. So I do think this is like one of the hypest characters in the game, I would say. Iron Giant goes straight to the bottom, if I'm being honest. This character is so strange to me. I feel like, especially in singles, when you're playing against Iron Giant, you can just go ahead and combo Iron Giant to like 60 damage right off the bat, and then you'll get hit like 3 times and you're dead. Like, this character just cheeses you, it feels like. Like, you go for the dumbest stuff and it works, and you're dead at like 30. I don't think this character has any sauce, I'm gonna be honest. I have seen some really cool Iron Giant players, but this character just has no sauce whatsoever. Jake is another character that I'm gonna throw him in the boring tier. I'm sorry. I'm a Jake hater. This is not a character that I enjoy playing against. And I have played him as well, you know, a lot, but I feel like you just don't do much with him. Like, kind of just float around and, you know, punch. That's about it. I will say his skateboard is a really cool attack in general. I think it's one of the coolest spikes in the game, but I don't think one move is going to carry this character for me, so I'm going to throw him in boring. Now, Jason is an interesting character. I've had a chance to play him. Not a whole lot, but I have, you know, tried him out a little bit. He is very slow, you know, kind of similar to Iron Giant. Not that slow, but he is pretty slow, I would say. But overall, his moveset is pretty cool, I think. He's got a lot of cool, like, mechanics. And even though he is a character that can get comboed, you know, pretty heavily, he does have a lot of cool tools that will kill very early, kind of like Iron Giant. And I don't know, he kind of feels like a grappler a little bit. And I really like, you know, that style of characters where he's going for these kind of grabs in the air and stuff. He's throwing you all around. So I'm gonna throw him in kind of cool for now. Joker is gonna go straight to the 6th tier. Another really cool character in general. His moveset's really, really cool. I like a lot of his projectiles and stuff. His crowbar is just a very strong attack in general. And he's got a lot of cool setups. Kind of similar to Harley, I would say. I'm not going to put him up there just quite yet, but I do see him moving up in the future as we see more people get used to this character. And then we have LeBron, and this is another character that has changed quite a bit since the beta. He does have some, I don't know if they're bugs, but just some crazy stuff with the basketball where, like, you could just have 5 at a time. It's kind of ridiculous. But overall, man, I'm a big LeBron fan in the game and outside the game. I'm gonna put him in They Got the Sauce. You know, he's the GOAT, of course. And like I said, I'm a big fan of snipes and that kind of stuff. You can do a lot of cool stuff with the basketball. I go for a lot of crazy setups. So overall, I think his move kit is really, really cool. Marvin is an interesting character because this is a character that I was so excited for. And by the time he actually came out, I kind of stopped playing the game a whole lot. So I never had a chance to really learn his kit. And I still haven't had a chance to really learn his kit, but he seems really interesting to me, right? He's got a lot of different things about his moveset. He feels very strange, I would say, but when you watch a good Marvin player, you're like, man, this character is actually kind of sick. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw him in kind of cool. I think he's another character that takes a lot of time, you know, putting it, you know, time into the character to get better with him. So it's a character that I'm definitely interested in learning in the future. I just haven't put that time in yet. Next up is Morty. He's gonna go straight to the top. This is one of the harder characters in the game with his grenades, with his like He's got his ground spikes. He's got his all kinds of stuff. He's got his little hammer. He's just a really cool character overall. He's got a lot of crazy stuff with his moveset, and I have a lot of respect for Morty mains. I think he's a hard character. I think he has crazy setups, and he's just a weird character to play, but if you know how to play him well, it's definitely worth it. And yeah, he's just one of the cooler characters in the game for sure. He definitely belongs at the top in my opinion. Next up is Rain Dog, and this is like almost a joke character. I feel like nobody plays Rain Dog. Only in doubles, and in doubles I feel like his moveset doesn't even work half the time. I'm gonna put him in meh though. I really like his spike. I think he has some cool stuff with like the fireball and everything. He's just a very unique character. I don't think he works too well in ones very much. He's definitely a doubles character, but overall his moveset it's interesting, but not interesting enough to move up past meh. Rick is another character that I think can be kind of difficult in the game. He's got a lot to his moveset, kind of similar to Morty. Not as cool in my opinion, but I do think he belongs in Sick. Just a lot to his moveset, a lot of crazy stuff once again that you can go for. Just not as cool as Morty, but he's still a pretty cool character overall. And after that we do of course have Shaggy, the more basic kind of character, right? I always recommend this character right here if you're starting out with the game. I think he's a good character to go ahead and pick up. But he does have combos. I will say he does have combos. And you know, they can be easy to learn at first, but he does have some more advanced stuff that you can do as well. He's gonna go in kind of cool. I don't think he's that complicated of a character, and so we don't see like the crazy stuff that we see with a character like Harley necessarily, but overall he's like your Captain Falcon a little bit. You know, he does bring the hype. Now after that we have Steven, and I'm gonna be honest, at the start of today I was gonna put him probably right about here and meh. But I was streaming earlier, I played against an insane Steven player. He told me he was top 3 in the beta, and I believe it. He was doing some crazy stuff. I'm gonna be honest, this character goes crazy. He's got some crazy stuff, man. Like, I'll probably show a clip right here on the video so you guys can see, but I was getting messed up, man. He's an interesting character for sure. He's definitely hard to play at top level, but when you can play him at top level, you can definitely tell this character's got a lot to him. After that we have Stripe. I'm gonna be honest, someone in my chat said who willingly plays this character, and I have to agree with that. There's not much there for me. He's gonna go join his buddy Gizmo, and he's gonna go in the meh category. I don't really care for Stripe. His moveset just feels so awkward, like blowing yourself up with the dynamite, like the chainsaw just feels weird. Like I just don't like the way that the character feels. And when I watch him, I feel the exact same way about him. Now, Superman is another character that I am a big hater of because this character just cheeses people. I feel like you can just camp the side of the stage. You're killing like insanely early. I'm not gonna throw him in boring necessarily because he does have some combo game. I'm gonna throw him in meh as well. Not a character that I personally enjoy, just because, man, this is like. Somebody also asked me the other day who my kryptonite is in this game, and ironically it is Superman. Like, I hate this character so much. I gotta respect him a little bit, but I'm not gonna move him past meh. After that we're gonna have my OG main, which was Taz. It was the first character I ever picked up in the game. I played him for a long time. I was like top 50 with him. He's going to boring. I'm gonna be honest though. The reason why I stopped playing this character is because I thought he was so boring. You know, he has some stuff, I guess, but man, this character is like kind of boring to play. I'm gonna be honest. Like, his main tool is Tornado, which they nerfed to the ground. He's got his up special, which the cooldown time is insanely long. They got rid of his apples, which was my favorite part of his kit. I mean, obviously he still has a projectile, but it just doesn't hit the same, you know? And in general, I feel like this character just doesn't have that much. I still think he's a cool character, but like, when I'm watching him, I'm not really that interested. Next up is my current main in the game, Tom and Jerry, and of course, you know, I might be a little bit biased. We're throwing him straight to the top. I think this character has lots of sauce. You go for the Jerry snipes. He's got a lot of really cool stuff, man. An underrated character for sure. You don't see a whole lot of Tom and Jerry mains, but like, go watch Void at Evo or something. You'll see him doing some crazy stuff, man. He's just a lot of fun in general. I mean, what can I say? Like, I really enjoy the character, man. Now, Velma is a character that had no sauce going into the launch of the game, and then they nerfed her even more, so like now she's also bad. So I'm gonna throw her in boring. I don't think very many people care for Velma. A lot of people hated her in the beta because she was like insanely broken, and you would just, you know, run across the stage, go for megaphone, and now you can't even do that because they basically got rid of it. So she kind of got what she deserved, and now she's at the very bottom, man. And last but certainly not least, because this is one of the strongest characters in the game, we do have Wonder Woman, which is one of the only sword characters that I actually play. Typically in fighting games, I'm not a huge fan of sword characters, but I think she's a lot of fun. And overall, she's just a crazy character. She's got a lot of really good tools. They completely got rid of cooldown on Lasso, which is insane to me. And overall, out of the sword characters, I want to put her, towards the top. I'm not gonna put her in the top tier, but I'm gonna throw her in sick. I think she's got some crazy stuff. Her up air spike goes crazy as well, and she's got some crazy combos in the game. And overall, this right here is gonna be the list. I don't really have it fully ordered. It's kind of just in order of the tiers themselves. But yeah, this is what I've got right here. So we got 4 characters in the game that I think have a lot of sauce. We got a decent amount in sick, handful in kind of cool. We got a lot in meh as well. And we got 5 characters in the boring tier. Like I said, the only character I could see myself moving up out of boring would be Finn. But again, he just doesn't have a whole lot to me right now. That might change over time, but yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and put him in front of Jake because out of the boring tier, he's definitely towards the top of boring. Now go ahead and let me know in the comments what you guys think. Did I get this tier list right, or is it completely wrong? Let me know in the comments. And if you want a chance to prove me wrong, you can always join my live streams and play against me. I'm always playing against viewers. And in order to do that, just go ahead and subscribe to the channel. You'll get a notification, or you'll see in your sub feed when I'm live, and you can just join the stream. I hope you all have a fantastic day as always, and I will catch you all in the next video.